leadership opportunities through the FFA organization to become tomorrow's leaders.
Attention in the barn.
The Aldine ISD Livestock Show has
Hello,
been one of the
everyone.
district's largest
We are just
annual
moments
events
away from
since
starting our
1959.
lamb and goat
Students
show.
involved in our agriculture, science, and technology education programs use this opportunity to showcase their abilities in animal, plant, soil, horticulture sciences, as well as welding, fabrication skills, and management.
We
All
will be having the
proceeds from the
goat
livestock
show
go
first.
directly
If you
back
are
to
a
the students
goat
to help further their
exhibitor, please stand
education
by
at a
next to your
university,
animal.
college, or trade school. These same
We will be
students are
doing
also
the goat
provided
show
leadership
first.
opportunities through the FFA organization to become tomorrow's leaders. The Aldine ISD Livestock Show has been one of the district's largest annual events since 1959.
This is first call for
Students involved in our
class
agriculture,
1.
science, and technology education
Giovanni
programs
Jaimes,
use this
Julissa
opportunity to
Limus,
showcase their abilities
Herman
in animal, plant,
Adams,
soil,
Elia
horticulture
Garcia,
sciences,
Brianna Gonzalez,
as well as
Amari
welding,
Kane.
fabrication skills, and management. All proceeds from the livestock show go directly back to the students to help further their
Please
education
make your
at
way
a
to the
university,
arena.
college, or trade school. These same students are also provided leadership
You will
opportunities
line up
through
where
the
Mr.
FFA
Burnett is at.
organization to become tomorrow's leaders.
Again, this is class 1. Giovanni
The
James,
Aldine ISD Livestock Show has been one
Julissa
of the district's
Limus,
largest annual events
Herman
since
Adams,
1959.
Elia Garcia,
Students involved
Brianna
in our
Gonzalez,
agriculture, science, and
Amari
technology
Kane.
education programs use this opportunity to showcase their abilities in animal, plant, soil, horticulture sciences, as well as welding, fabrication skills, and management. All proceeds from the livestock show go directly back to the students to help further their educations at a university, college, or trade school. These same students are also provided leadership opportunities through the FFA organization to become tomorrow's leaders. The Aldine ISD Livestock Show has been one of the district's largest annual events since 1959. Students involved in our agriculture, science, and technology education programs use this opportunity to showcase their abilities in animal, plant, soil, horticulture sciences, as well as welding, fabrication skills, and management. All proceeds from the livestock show go directly back to the students to help further their educations at a university, college, or trade school. These same students are also provided leadership opportunities through the FFA organization to become tomorrow's leaders.
Hello, if you are a spectator, please make your way to the stands. Please clear the lamb and goat area.
The Aldine ISD Livestock Show has been one of the...
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Daniela,
My name is Emily.
and we are from the Benjamin O. Davis FFA chapter, and we are here today at the 67th annual Aldine ISD Livestock Show. So, right now we are starting our goat show. So, I wonder who's in this class.
Our judge for today's Market
Okay.
Goat Show is Mr. Jacob Deasy. Jacob Deasy is an agriculture science teacher from Belleville, Texas. He has been teaching and serving in ag as an advisor for 24 years at Bellevue High School. He graduated from Royal High School, attended Clarendon Junior College, where he was on a competitive livestock judging team, and went to Blinn College, where he finished his associate's degree in science. He graduated from Texas A&M University with a bachelor's degree in agriculture development and education. He received many awards in education and was honored to be Citizens of the Year in Belleville, Texas. He grew up raising and showing cattle and many other livestock species, and believes in agriculture industry because it educates our youth. He has been blessed to judge many market steer, breeding heifer, swine, sheep, poultry, and breeding shows throughout the state of Texas. He has also judged state and national FFA public speaking contests. Mr. Deasy has had the pleasure of judging out-of-state shows including California, Colorado, Louisiana, Idaho State Fair, Wyoming, Maryland, and Alaskan State Fair market and breeding animals. He is the owner of JD4 Clipper Blade Sharpening Repair Service and owns a herd of crossbreeding cattle. Jacob has trained a national champion food technology team, 3 state champion FFA dairy cattle judging teams, and a second-place state FFA livestock judging team in the state of Texas. The team competed at Denver, Colorado at the National Western Stock Show. His dairy team won the 2025 FFA division of the Junior NAILE Invitational Dairy Judging Contest in Louisville, Kentucky. Mr. Deasy truly enjoys being able to help his students with their project, training teams, and assisting them in many ways possible. He helps students to be successful and believes in achieving goals equals winning. His dedication as an ag teacher does not go unnoticed. He resides in Belleville, Texas with his family, his wife Wendy, and his 3 children, Briley, Brody, and Brooke. Briley is a freshman and shows livestock. Brody attends Glenn College, and Brooke attends Texas A&M University and is majoring in agriculture economics. His family has been showing livestock for 20 years in market and breeding shows all across the state of Texas. Let's give our market goat show judge, Mr. Jacob Deasy, a round of applause.
So we just announced our judge for today. So his name is Jacob Deasy. His hometown is in Gilmer, Texas. His occupation is an agricultural science teacher at Katy High School in Katy, Texas. In 2014, he attended Texas A&M.
We are asking that all
and graduate in poultry science.
Please make your way
he
to
is
the
a member of the
All
2011
spectators, please make
and
your way to the
2012
stands.
national champion
We only
collegiate
need
poultry
the
judging
authorized
team.
Aldine ISD and Aldine Livestock Show workers to be standing around the arena. All exhibitors, please make your way to the stands.
And he coached the 2018, 2019, and 2022 Texas FFA state champion poultry judging team, and he coached the 2018, 2019 national FFA champion poultry judging team. So he has a lot of experience. What are you thinking of the GOAT class so far, Emily?
Well, honestly, I have no idea what we're supposed to be looking for, but I think you can help me out with a little bit of that.
So what the judges are looking for, well, what he's looking for is to see how much meat and fat these goats have, and to see, if they're really well maintained, and, just to see if they're being fed well. So what they're about to do right now, they're about to brace their goats. So what that helps is to help to see like their muscles more, and just so the judge can feel like obviously the lower back more. So they're about to start bracing their goats, as you can see. This is a very good class. We have Herman from Davis who's representing. Don't freaking play with him. Right now is he's placing the goats in their placement where he wants them to be. So he just put Herman, and I don't really have a list here. I wish I had a list to see who's in this class, but he's placing them to see who he wants.
From MacArthur.
So we have Benjamin for, well, I don't know what place he has. So he's going to announce them right now. He's just filling them out more to see, where he wants to place them at. But this is a very good class. He's also looking for how, well your goat is trained and how well your goat listens to you. And what I've seen so far, these goats are pretty obedient. They're following their exhibitor, and they're doing pretty good. This is a pretty good class.
Set them up.
Things that the judges are looking for is muscle definition, a strong well.
Well, good evening. What a pleasure to be back here. I know last year I got to sort the lamb and goats and did the swine for many years before that also. And so it's always a pleasure to come to Aldine ISD because, boy, you got such good, respectable kids and you're a great audience. The stands are full down on the lower end. So, man, it's just really neat. So that means you got a lot of support here, kiddos. And so that's great to come into a facility, a nice facility. They change it over just for the stock show. And so that's really good. And that means you got people that care about you. But very, very nice. I want to thank y'all. We're going to have fun this evening, sorting these goats and sorting these lambs. But hopefully you can see what I kind of see. I'll get in detail and tell you, how I place them and why I place them like that. And it's always a learning experience, and that's what I tell kiddos, especially if you're starting out or you're a senior. Congratulations, you made it, showing animals and things like that. Hopefully you learned a lot and a lot of respect, too, for showing animals. And so, anyways, we're going to have a great time. But I want to thank y'all again. Let's give these kids a round of applause for the first class of lightweights. First class of lightweights. We got 3 of them out here, right here on the top of this class. Not placed in any specific order right now. We're going to talk them, and then I'm going to build up the suspense, and then I'll pick the class winner. How about that? We're going to have some fun out here. So this young lady right here with this first one, that's probably a really good muscled one. I think just in this class, he has a lot of muscle down to the lower portion of his leg, and I talk about lower portion, this female right here, and then how they build up and how you want to just come in and how they just balance up into their, I'd say, their middle portion of their forearm, and then you got the front of them also. You got to match that up and you got to balance them up really well. I think he balances up on good muscle when we talk about how firm he is to the handle. And that's when I touch him. That's the handle also. But boy, he's so designed real good on his flank and how he just transitions down to his feet and legs. He's got good structure. Structure is how they move and how they walk. That's a really nice one. Young lady right here in the middle got a really good one also. That one's probably really good and deep right there. We talk about the heart and the chest floor in that one. He just gets a little more planar for the top. I'd like to see him just a little bit more expressive right there behind the blade to set on that. And we talk about blades. We're talking about right here, blades right here, how big they are. So he gets a little bit more planar for me right there. But boy, I like the silhouette. I like how that one balanced out. Maybe gets just a tad bit more steeper right there in the lower portion of that muscle of that leg. We can amp that up just a tad bit and balance that one out. Young lady has a really cool and probably the nicest handling one of the bunch. Boy, she's done a great job on skin and hair on this one also. That's a good looker right there. No doubt he's got some shape. He's got some muscle on the top side of him also. Really neat, very proportioned and very balanced also. I like the muscle. Yeah, he needs just a little bit more right there to the lower portion of his leg and just kind of give him just an extra, and he just needs a little bit right there. But boy, we talk about the front 1/3 of his body and how that one just comes in. He's really good from blade to set and how he just sets into his head also. She gives you a great silhouette also. Very, very nice. Young lady's going to win. Congratulations. This young lady will be second. Congratulations. And we'll be a good third right here. Congratulations. That one's first. Is she a second? And then third. Very nice. Then we get, come on, you can pull him out right there. Let's everybody look at that brown one because that's a nice, good-looking brown one. This one just gets a little more greener in its style and pattern. I wish that one just had a little bit more muscle and how that one carried down to the lower portion of his body. Gets a little more steeper right there to tail to set. We just need a little bit more on this female on the back end of a muscle standpoint, also down to the lower portion of that twist. But boy, I like the design in that one, I like the color in that one also. We just got to have more muscle, more frame right there for that one to compete into the top 3. Young man comes in with a really good, nice, stylish one also. Like I said, just needs a little bit more muscle. She gets a little bit more steeper right there into the hip. I'd like to just give her a little bit more right there to the lower portion of her leg also. Power up, ever so slightly. But boy, the design is there. I like how big and deep rib that one is also. He has a nice one. Young man to round out the class also. That's a really good looking one. That one just needs more time. That's what we call green in the livestock industry. But boy, he's really good on his side. He balances out super well. But we just got to have more product. We have more meat there. I like the feet and bone in that one also. Very well designed, young man, to round out the class. Hey, let's give this class 1 of lightweights a round of applause. They did an awesome job. Good job showing, buddy. Good job. Good job. Good job showing. Good job showing. Good job showing.
So from our goat show in class 1, Giovanni from Aldine placing 5th.
Julissa Lemos from Aldine placing 3rd.
Herman Adams from Davis placing 6th.
And Aaliyah Garcia from MacArthur placing 4th.
Brianna Gonzalez from MacArthur placing 2nd.
And Amari Kane from Ike in 1st place. So
In class 2, we have Edwin Cordero, David Wiltz, Daniela Torres, Alexis Garcia, Marissa Padilla, Brenda Reyna.
So they just announced our class 2 I think how many classes are? I think there's 4 classes. So this is our second class of goats. So this would be
Results
our
for
middleweight.
Class 1, 5th place, Giovanni Jaimes from Alding. 6th place, we have Herman Adams from Davis. 4th place, we have Aaliyah Garcia from MacArthur. In 3rd place, Julissa Lemus from Alding. In 2nd place, we have Brianna Gonzalez. 1st place, Amari Kane.
Second class of goats. So more things that the judges are looking for is the body structure. So a straight level top line with a deep chest and balanced proportion. So they're looking for, that straight back and, just to see if your goat is well maintained. And then another thing they're looking for is movement and soundness. Smooth, fluid walking with good foot and leg placement. So basically, like what I said, showmanship matters a lot to see how well your goat listens to you. And the last thing here is showmanship. The exhibitor's ability to handle, control, and present their goat with confidence. So obviously when you're up here showing, you want to have the most confidence. You don't want to be nervous because, a lot of exhibitors are really nervous. Like before coming here, I completely understand because I remember when I showed my sophomore year, I was super, super nervous. Like you get into MOC and you just see all the animals, your competition, and you're just like, oh my gosh, like how am I going to do? But you just need that confidence when you're coming in here because with being nervous, you can mess up. And your goat is going to obviously feel the same way you're feeling because, animals are like us. They feel the same way that we feel. So if you're nervous, then they're going to be nervous as well. Sorry, I'm trying to look through the script here to see. Ooh, got stuck. Okay. I'm gonna have Emily tell me a joke. I'm gonna rate it from 1 to 10. No, there's jokes in here.
Oh. I thought you were asking me to think of one from the top of my head.
No, amiga. There's jokes in here. Why can't I find them? What the heck? Oh my god, you might have to think one at the top of your head, and I'm gonna have to
Here where they were like, no, they gotta get creative with
Gotta
it.
get
Like,
creative with the
think of
jokes.
something.
get something from your head, cause oh my gosh, where did? Oh, I think they're over here. Oh my gosh, wow. Okay,
Wow.
okay, okay.
Okay.
Wait, jokes. Let's see. We're gonna rate it 1 to 10.
Look, because
okay, I'm gonna rate
you
it.
need to guess it.
Okay. Stop laughing, because then I'm gonna laugh, and what if the joke's not funny?
It is funny.
Okay. Nonchalant. Get serious.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not gonna look at you.
Why did the goat bring a ladder?
I don't know.
Why? You need to guess something.
Okay, I think the goat brought a ladder because they're too short.
Well, okay. Because he wanted to get to the next level.
Bruh. These are so corny. I'm
was
sorry,
a-
Miss Gonzalez.
It was
I'm
a
sorry.
really good joke. I think it was a really good joke.
She thought it was a good show. Okay, I'm gonna give you a 9.5
That's really good. 9.5.
because I was already laughing before.
I deserve a 10.
It's because she's
but
funny. You get to know this girl, funny. Yep.
Honestly, what can I say?
What can I say? Okay, let's try and find some more facts about goats. So a lot goes into these animals. You know, they get these animals when it's October. So they're with these animals for about 4 months, and there's a lot that goes into this. So there's grooming that goes into them. Obviously, feed, supplements. So I remember when I had my goat loved to eat. So I would have to buy feed like, I feel like almost every like 3 weeks. And that's a lot because my goat never liked to train. Never liked to train. She always liked to stay in her pen. Like every time I got her out, she would just run back to her pen. But I got 4th place in my class though, so I think that's still pretty good, honestly.
And she didn't like to train? That's insane.
I think bracing,
That was
honestly.
good luck, friend.
Yes.
That was good luck.
Thank you. I think bracing is probably like the hardest part for me because obviously goats are very stubborn, especially, you know, the female goats. So I remember when I would like try to grab her head to brace her, like she would just want to like kind of like go back. But this is why training is very important these 4 months that you're with your goat, because
You just want to have them ready.
you don't have them ready, especially for today, like, you know, competing and
Yeah.
stuff. And with grooming, I feel like that's another thing that the judges look for, is to see like obviously how good and maintain your goat is. So obviously cleanliness, proper equipment obviously with your goat. So we can see that the exhibitors have these I forgot what they're called. They're not collars. I forget what they're called. Halters. They're called halters. I think they're called halters. And this is so obviously they can, you know, brace their animal and obviously walk them as well. Because with lambs, in the lamb show, we're going to see that the exhibitors, they're holding their lamb with their neck. And that's how they guide them.
So you used to show a goat.
Yeah.
Why did you show a goat?
Why did I show a goat? So
Why
it
didn't
was,
you pick another animal?
I feel like I've always been like very fascinated about goats, and I think to me, I thought it was gonna be the easiest, but no animal is easy because every animal has their, you know, pros and cons. Obviously, the judge about to announce who's gonna place.
Well, what a treat on this class. Let's give them a round of applause as we get into these middleweights. Very, very nice, and I think these three just kind of stand out really well. And I'll talk everyone kind of the same thing as I did on the lightweight class. Young lady right here, just a really nice one on this side. This is a really nice you. And boy, you just talk about some power and shape into her. I like her for that. She's got such a good dimension of muscle down to the lower portion of her leg. Probably one of the strongest legs in this class. And I like her from the center portion of her body and rib and how she just kind of transpires right there when we talk about blade to set neck. Just really cool, really neat. You know, maybe not just getting her shown to where she really needs to be shown, but boy, she does give you a really good, nice silhouette. But boy, just appreciate the amount of muscle she has into her loin and how she just carries down to the middle portion of her body. Got good feet, bone, and legs also. I would say just on a handling standpoint, I'd just like to see her just a little bit more tighter right there into muscle and to pattern, but still a very nice one. Young lady right here in the middle. That's a really good one. This one just gets a little bit more softer right there on the top of her skeletal. I just want to get her a little bit more balanced, a little bit more even. She gets a little bit more steeper right there into the hip. Her handle is just a little bit more softer too. I like to firm her up ever so slightly. When we get her on a structural standpoint, she gets in her back legs just a tad bit. I like to just straighten her out ever so slightly on a structural standpoint. But still, you got to admire the good rib and deep rib and how that one just transpires down to flank. Like that one a lot also. Young lady comes in with a powerhouse right there from the front 1/3 of the body. This one's very nice and rib and cage, but that one has such a great handle on muscle and texture, how that one just comes down into muscle onto the back leg. Maybe gets a little more steeper right there into that hip. I'd like to level her out just ever so slightly, but still gives you a really good appearance of being just a real deep, dense bodied kind of goat. Very, very nice. Boy, I think it just kind of, it's a give or take out here on these three right here in the beginning, but boy, super, super good. I thought it came down just which one handled just a little bit more fresher, which one was just had a little bit more power right there on the rib into the shape. The young lady's going to be your class champion. Congratulations. That's what I'm talking about. We're having fun. Everybody's all right. Well, we got two of them left right here for the top three, and I thought it was really close. Just a real big powerhouse. I'd like to see that one just a little bit more handled. This young lady's going to be a close second. Congratulations. And this young lady's going to be third. All right. Go ahead and get in line right here. Super good, really nice profile. I like this one a lot. I like how this goat just kind of handled really good on the top of it. We just need a little bit more shape right there from blade, and the blade is right there into the front right there, and so how that one just ties into the front legs. But boy, that one gives you such a good look. I just wish that one had a little bit more muscle over the top and down to the loin. But boy, very good silhouette, very nice and balanced and dense right there to the middle portion of that body. Like that one a lot. Like I said, we just need a little bit more right there to move that one along in the top three. Young man comes in here with a super good one. Very, very nice. Boy, yeah, that one has some power and shape of rib, no doubt. I wish the handle was just a little bit more tighter right there. I can see he's been working with that one really good. He got that one good and pushing. I like that, and so I could get that muscle expression out of that one. Just didn't have enough leg to move this one up into the class. I wish the handle was just a little bit more firmer, a little bit more harder, but boy, I like the density of that one. That one just kind of comes in, ties in really good to blade to shoulder, and it's got some width into the front 1/3 of its body, but really nice and good constructed one. Did a great job on feeding that one, young man. Round out the class. This is a really nice one. This one just, has some skin problems. I wish that one was a little bit more cleaner on the skin issue of, but boy, you talk about a good dense one right there to the rib, to the forerib. Like that one a lot. Just gets too soft and gets, unbalanced right there from blade to set. I wish that one just balanced out a little bit more and it was a little bit more proportioned also in this class to move that one up, but still a very nice one, good quality one to round out the class. Hey, let's give them one more round of applause. This is a very exciting class. Good job. Thank you, sir. Good job, Sean. Good job. Thank you. Good job. Thank you. Good job, young man. Good job.
Results for Class 2. Edwin Cordero, 6th place. David Wiltz, 5th place. Daniela Torres, 4th place. Alexis Garcia, 3rd place. Marissa Padilla, 2nd place. Brenda Reyna, 1st place.
That was really good. That was good.
Class
Class
3,
two
make your
of
way to
goats.
the arena. In
So,
Class
I
3,
haven't
we
gotten
have
the
Adriana
score,
Alvarez, Jaden Lewis,
scores
Jocelyn
yet
Santana,
for the second
Chance
class.
Burnett, Crystal
But
Hernandez,
I just know that Marissa
Melina
from Davis
Aranda.
made second, and that's super duper good. It's her freshman year, by the way.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. So
And she was super nervous.
she was super nervous, like coming in here. Obviously, every exhibitor, like I said before, they're very nervous when they're coming in here. You know,
I feel like especially since it was like her first time.
and this is super good, because I know for sure she's gonna want to come back the next 3 years, and she's gonna prove so much. Cause you never knows, she could make first place next year. And the years after that. So I'm super happy for her. I'm super happy for all the exhibitors who placed today because everybody worked hard. Like no matter what place you got, like you still worked hard with your goal. Because a lot of effort and a lot of time, a lot of, goes into these goats. Especially like with money. A lot of money goes into these goats.
Yeah.
So with feed and, supplements and the water, like where they feed and stuff.
Their halters.
A lot of stuff goes into them. Also jackets when it gets cold. So when it gets cold, the exhibitors, they put these jackets on their animals, and that helps them keep them warm, especially right now because it's super cold outside. And we don't want these goats freezing, especially right now because they're shaved. So they're shaved right now because that helps, the judge see their muscles better and stuff when he's feeling them out.
And their skin, right?
Yeah, their skin.
Yeah.
So right now we're gonna, in a bit we're gonna interview Marissa from Davis to see how she feels, because I know she's super happy. I'm super happy for her.
And it's not just because she's my friend, okay?
No,
It's not just because of
it's
that.
not just because that. I'm happy for everybody equally.
Yes.
Let's see some facts here.
And you know what seems so nice? That like there's so many people out here like rooting for them. Like
I know
you just hear somebody yelling somebody's name, and it just feels like
I
wow.
know the environment here is always amazing. I really like coming out here like every year. This is my last year,
Yeah.
our last year.
Our last year.
Yeah, but I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah.
Super duper excited. So we are in our third class right now. We have. I don't have the list. I wish I had the list to see who was in all these classes, but I know Chance is from Davis, so he's representing Davis right now. So I'm gonna tell you a joke, and you're gonna rate it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. What do you call a goat that plays the piano? You better not have remembered, because you were reading
No,
that
I
binder.
didn't look at it. I didn't look at it. And if I did, then I forgot. What do you call a goat?
A goat that plays the piano.
That's what you call it?
No,
Oh.
that's the joke.
Oh, I don't know. I have no clue whatsoever.
Billy Joel. Was that a good joke or not?
Girl, that was so bad.
It was not my joke. These are from Miss Gonzalez's folder. I'm sorry, Miss Gonzalez, but these jokes are kind of corny. I'm sorry.
So, what do you think the judge looks for first before anything?
I think the first thing he looks for is obviously when you're coming to the ring, your showmanship, to see how well your goat listens to you. So basically what they're doing right now. Sometimes he'll tell the exhibitors to keep on walking just so he can get like a better angle at them, look at them better before he starts, filling them out to see which is the best goat. And he's always been the judge here. Well, not always, but he's been here like a while, like judging here at Aldine. I remember when it was my sophomore year, he was judging my class too. With the goat, the judges placing. Sorry, I'm looking at the goats and I'm like getting my words confused. But right now the judge is placing the goats where he wants them to be. So obviously for first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. I think in each class there's been 6 goats. I think so. yeah, we're gonna see right now who he thinks is going to be the first place winner. Queen, do you want to know some information about goats?
I would love to know some information about goats.
Did you know goats are great climbers? They can even scale trees and steep cliffs.
I actually didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
Yeah.
Okay,
'cause
what
I've
about
seen it in real
Oh,
life.
okay.
Yeah.
What about this? They have rectangular pupils which give them excellent peripheral vision.
I actually.
You did not know that.
Okay, I exactly didn't know that, but that's crazy to know. That's like
super crazy to know. Show goats get trained with halters just like show cattle, but here we show with the choke chain, and not does it hurt them at all. That's what it's called.
What type of halter do you think would be best? Because I see that there's like kind of like.
We get
different
into these
ones.
middle heavies, and boy, they don't disappoint. And of course, you can see, they're getting bigger, and their kind, and their style, and and I say their skeletal system. And so, we're getting a little bit more bigger. But boy, these three here, they surfaced to the top pretty quick for me. I thought just really good quality right here, and a really ample amount of quality when you put all these females together also, and very nice. And so, very good. The young lady right here, just a really nice one. That one handles really good. I like that one on loin and shape, and how that one just kind of ties down. Yeah, we need a little bit more muscle right there to the back 130. It was like, but boy, I love the structure on that, the big bone, the feet. That one's dense into the rib cage. She gets that one elevated from point to shoulder also. That's a nice one. Got a lot of good muscle on the top of that, right behind blade to set. Young lady comes in with a real stylish, cool looking one, from blade to set on that one. I just wish that one had just a tad bit more, but boy, when you put the handle on them, and when I feel on this one over the top's got some muscle, got some good big old shape in that loin also, and how that one just transitions down to the rib. Really, really nice. I think that one's very proportional on the top. Like I said, just behind blade, I'd like to see it just a little bit more stouter right there on a muscle standpoint. But you got to enjoy that extension of neck. She gets that one cranked up. That one looks really good, like that one on the profile. Young lady with this good white one right here. Very nice. This is the one that when you talk about one that's very good from the front 1/3 of its body, how that one's constructed. We talk about very good from blade to set, and just how that one ties in super good over the top. That one on the handle, boy, at times I can get a good feel on it, kind of fighting the young lady also as she shows it. You get that one tense, you get that one stuck, you get that one going. Boy, that one's got some muscle and power into this class. And I think that one has just the biggest loin into it. Maybe gets a little more steeper right there than what I like to tail to set, but still got a good amount of volume of muscle. And we talk about rib to cage and how that one just transitions from the front 1/3. Very, very nice. I thought that was a really good, neat, kind of cool one also. But boy, you got to really appreciate the loin in that one. She's going to be your class champion. Congratulations. I thought it was very close between these two paints. They're really good, and they're similar in their kind, and they got some muscle. And I think, man, one of them just had a little bit more blade, just a little bit more set to it. Young lady is going to be second. Congratulations to her. We're going to round out third with this young lady. Go ahead. Young man comes in the fourth position, and boy, this is a really good looker. I like that one. I can tell he's done his job on getting this one set. Just the quality on the front 1/3 of that one, boy, it's just super powerful over meat and style. And we get down, that one's good, dense right there to the rib to cage. But we start studying the back of this one. He closes in too much for me. I got to give him more loin to set. I got to give him more muscle. And we ask him to go. He gets a little pinch right there on his structural standpoint. But boy, I liked how his feel was, his handle was, and that's why I kind of moved him up into the first position, because I can tell you've done some work with that one. You've got that one conditioned. Congratulations, young man. Young lady comes in next also. This is a really good one. Just the handle wasn't there for me on this one. I thought the meat quality was there over the top of blade to set, and how that one just ties into loin to tail. Big old feet, big old muscle. Gets a little bit more looser right there on those passions. Like to tighten that one up every so slightly. But boy, gives you a great silhouette. Like I said, this one just gets a little bit more in the front 1/3 of its body, a little bit more down. It's not really elevated. Gives you that really cool look. But boy, that's a super powerful one, a super dense one with a lot of muscle, and a really good quality also. Young man's going to round out the class. This one just gets a little bit more conditioned for me, but boy, super, super good one. He does such a good job. He's struggling with that one a little bit on the showmanship aspect, but boy, he gets in there, he digs down. That's a really neat one. Big old rib in that one, how that one just transitions down to her flank also. Like I said, her handle needs to be a little bit more firmer. She just gets a little bit more softer in her condition, but boy, you still got to appreciate that loin and how she ties into her tail set also. A very nice one, and big and wide right there to chest to floor also. A good one to round out the class. Congratulations to the exhibitors. Good job. Good job. Good job, young lady.
So our third class for our goats just ended. I don't have a list again to see who placed, but I know the girl
Class
who won
4,
first.
make your way
Oh.
to the arena. And results for Class 3
She's from
and 6th place,
MacArthur.
Chance
Yeah.
Burnett. 5th place, Jocelyn Santana. 4th place, Jaden Lewis. 3rd place, Ariana Alvarez. 2nd place, Melina Aranda. 1st place, Cristo Hernandez.
Just
Class
announced
4, we
who.
have Jobo Cantero, Megan Hatter, Denise Peña, Sergio Garcia, Montserrat Olivo, Montserrat Galvan.
Our next class is gonna enter in a bit. They're just getting ready.
So I know from the first place, the girl who was in the third class, her name was Crystal Hernandez. She's a senior, and it was her first time ever showing a goat, and she got first place. So that's super good.
That's really good.
It goes to show how much time and how much effort they put into these animals, especially for it being their last year. You know, coming out strong. So that's super duper good. But the fourth class is about to come in. We're gonna see how they do. And this is a fourth class, right? Fourth
Yes.
class. So this is the heavyweight. These goats look pretty nice. They look super nice.
Okay, I can see why they're heavyweight.
Yeah.
Wow.
I really like those brown ones. I've never really
Yeah.
seen a brown goat. I'm used to seeing, like, you know, the ones with the white and, like, you know, light brown, but I've never seen a fully brown goat.
Yeah.
Especially when I was, like, showing, when I was, you know, picking out my goat, I had never seen a brown goat. So they look pretty nice.
Pretty nice, pretty unique.
Yes. Also, that last girl right there with the white and black.
Oh yeah, I see.
Those are pretty nice too.
Yeah.
hmm
They're really nice colors.
They are.
You see, I wish my hair was that color.
Which one?
I don't know, both. They're really, really nice.
You would look super good.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Ooh, that girl has a position super good. See, like Michael, I
Fourth
remember.
one?
Yeah, the last
Yeah,
girl.
Yeah.
I remember Michael. She was in the fourth class, and obviously that's heavyweight. And the reason why I would struggle bracing is because she was super heavy. So, and she was stubborn too. So that would, like, you know, I would be struggling there. But I made it through.
Did your goat ever get sick?
Oh yes, Michael did get sick. So Michael had diarrhea. Yeah, but the vet had came and, you know, gave her some shots, and then I gave her some, I think like a supplement or something, so she could be ready for show. And she did. I think my goat did pretty good. Like for her, not like, you know, really wanting to walk that much. She did pretty good.
I mean, you placed fourth. I think you did good.
Yeah, I was in the top 5, so I think that's pretty good. Let's read some fun facts here. So, the first official state fair in the U.S. was held in Syracuse, New York in 1841, featuring livestock competitions. So, livestock has been around for a very, very long time. And I think when people think of livestock, they just think like, oh, like you're just having fun with your animals. But livestock is basically like a sport. Like, so much time and a lot of sweat goes into this. It's not easy, but it's something that everybody loves to do. So after this class, only 7 of these goats, 7 over all of these 4 classes, they're going to make so. So we're gonna see who he picks for reserve champion and grand champion. So we're gonna see that after this class. I think he's gonna bring out first and second place only, maybe third, not sure yet. But he's gonna pick his grand champion and reserve champion in a bit.
Attention in the barn. All spectators, please make your way to the stands. All spectators, please make your way to the stands.
Queen.
Honestly, really good. Yesterday, I was kind of like, because I never woke up that early to get ready, like good.
I know.
And then I was wearing some high boots, and I was kind of like, gosh, like I'm so tired. But today I feel a lot better. I feel so ready. I feel so hyped. One more day closer to sale.
Auction, yes. Super excited. Auction is always my favorite day because everybody just gets together and we just are hyping up whoever makes sale. So I'm very excited for tomorrow. So, this is your first livestock show.
Last.
First and your last. How have you liked it so far?
Well, no, starting all the way from beginning to like FFA, like 'cause this is my first and last being an officer. Oh, I'm a reporter.
Yeah,
by the
she's
way.
a reporter.
Thank you for asking me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What are you?
I'm the president
Oh, really?
of Davis High School. No, not Davis High School. Of the FFA chapter at Davis. I got that confused first.
Well, let me be the reporter of Davis.
So
the
any
Davis
Instagram post,
FFA
she's
chapter.
in charge of that,
Yeah.
and she does a very good job at that.
Yeah.
So any post that you see on the page is coming from this queen right here.
Can we like shout ourselves out?
Yes,
Follow us at BOD FFA
on Instagram and
and
TikTok.
on TikTok BOD.FFA.
Even
So,
though we
thank you.
are active on there. The last time we posted was like in December, Queen. That was like the
It's 'cause,
December
like,
social.
It's very hard to sometimes get creative on TikTok. You know.
But I think we do a pretty good job at it.
Yeah. An officer from another chapter complimented us on that, saying that
Well, I'll
President
tell
from
you, we
MacArthur.
get out to this heavyweight and conclude with the placing portion of it, but so good ones. These 3 up here just kind of sorted themselves to the top on quality and handle and just a muscle standpoint on that. And so, if you're there, you're kind of new to what we're doing. What I'm doing out here is I'm sorting these things on just a muscle standpoint and how that muscle ties into their carcass. Kind of like, if you keep lifting weights and you keep getting better, your muscles are going to get bigger. And so that's kind of what we do with these animals on on a market standpoint. And so there's big cuts that we need, of course, ribeye, the loin. That's the main thing. They don't have ribeyes, but they have a good loin into them. And so that's what I really handle over the top. I think that cut is very important. And then we got to have some muscle quality, and then they got to look like good show goats. And I think, boy, all these possess those qualities all the way down to the end of the class. And I think these three, there's some different type and kind, but boy, super good, super neat, look like they fed really good. A young man right here has this white one, kind of big white belted one. That's the profile of the bunch. No doubt he gets that one shown very good and very neat. I like the handle on that one also. I talk about handle, I put my hands right over the top of their rib cage, and I work my way down to the loin. But that one handles good. Maybe not just the biggest, most expressive one over the top, but there's surely a good balance one, and how that one just comes down and ties into that tail and that set. Just need a little bit more muscle right there onto the back 1/3 of that body. But boy, I like the profile of that one. I thought that one was a pretty easy top 3 in my mind to get him up here. And so very nice. Doesn't disappoint you when I get to these bigger, meatier type ones behind him. Also, young lady here in the middle, that's a good one. That's a really nice, good handling one. That female just doesn't want to work for her today. And boy, if she could get that one elevated from point to shoulder, but boy, that one is such a muscle, a powerhouse of the bunch. I like the loin and the set and the rib and how that one just ties into muscle and on the back 1/3 of its body also. Yeah, maybe not just really attractive right there from the front 1/3 of its body. Gets a little bit more crestier right there in the neck, a little bit more bigger right there. We talk about jaw to set on that one also. But still a really good one, a really neat one, and that one doesn't disappoint you on the handle right here, young lady. Also, that's why you're in the top 3. Boy, we get out to this real stylish one. No doubt this is a nice one. Does a really good job on getting that one set up, getting that one onto the profile. She knows where that one needs to be and where that one needs to look. And that one gives you such a great look right behind blade to set. And when she powers that one up, oh man, it doesn't disappoint you on a muscle standpoint and muscle quality also. This one might get a little more steeper into that hip, but boy, I like the handle on. I like how dense that one is, and it's got a really good attractive front 1/3 of the body, and this how that one just levels out super, super good. This young lady's going to win your class. Congratulations to her. Thank you. You bet. I thought it got really close right here between number 2 and number 3, but there's another one that's just super muscle, super power from the front 1/3 of its body. Young lady right here with the brown one's going to be second. Congratulations. Young man's going to round out with a really cool, neat one in 3rd place. Boy, very nice pair. We get down to this young lady also. Boy, that one doesn't disappoint you. That's kind of one of the bigger frame one of the bunch, but super cool, super dense, and how that one's just kind of made up. And she gets that one going and gets that one driving. I like that one a lot. One thing is I just wish that one was just a little bit more handle on it. It gets a little bit more freshness right there, and that handle was just a softer for me. And that's the only thing. Sometimes we get these more bigger, mature ones, and that's just kind of the equation of where they settle down in. But boy, the dense one, I love the profile of that one. I think that one's really cool, and that one's really, you did a really good job on feeding that one too, young lady. You check all the boxes. I just wish that one was a little bit more harder handling to me when I put my hands over the top, but super, super good. Young man comes in next with another. Just one that's a little bit more conditioned than what I like. Boy, it gives you such a cool look from the front 1/3 and how that one just ties into blade to set. Boy, really deep in the rib and the flank. Very, very nice. One thing, like I said, on the handle, it just gets too soft for me. We got to firm that one up ever so slightly. But boy, you got all the pieces right there, and that's a very nice one. Like I said, just get a little bit more tighter right there over the top of that one skeleton. We round out the class with just with a looser, hided one, looser skeleton one. But boy, a super flexible one on that also. Kind of gave that young lady a fit on getting this one set up. But that's a really nice female. She's so dense and deep into her cavity and how she transitions down to flank to loin. I like her for that standpoint, really. But her handle is just super, super loose right there. We talk about blade to set. I like to power up ever so slightly on the handle, get her more firmer to the touch. But boy, she's got a lot of good muscle right there, a lot of good muscle quality, big feet and bone also to round out the class. Hey, let's give this class a round of applause. They did a great job showing. Good job. Good job showing. Good job showing. Good job showing again. Good job showing.
Now our 4th class? No, our 5th class, I think.
I think this is 4th.
Wasn't the last one 4th? I'm so confused. It's because there's a lot of goats, so I'm like getting kind of confused.
Yeah.
I think this is 5th. I hope I'm right, but guys, Eisenhower's been on a roll this morning. Like, they've been doing super good with their animals.
Results for Class 4.
Class 4.
6th place, Denise Peña. 5th place, Jobo Cantero. 4th place, Montserrat Galvan. 3rd place, Sergio Garcia. Second place, Montserrat Olivo. First place, Megan Hatter. At this time, let's get all first and second place back into the arena.
So right now they're bringing back in the first and second places from each class. So right now what he's about to
Amari
do.
Kane, Brianna Gonzalez,
Who?
Brenda Reyna, Marissa Padilla, Montserrat
Oh my
Galvan.
gosh!
I'm sorry, Montserrat Olivo,
Marissa's coming back
Megan
out.
Hatter,
Yeah, because she made second.
Cristo Hernandez,
I'm so
Melina
excited for
Aranda.
her. Well, for Marissa.
So what he's about to do, he's about to announce who's going to make it to sale and who's going to be the reserved.
So he's
Today's sponsor for our Market Goat Show is Heaton Feed and Supply. Let's give them a round of applause. If we have a representative from Heaton's Feed, will you please come to the announce table?
Water break because I'm getting a little parched. But he's going to announce his reserved champion and grand champion. So I'm super excited. He's only picking 7, mind you. Only 7 goats are going to make it to sale tomorrow. So we're going to see how everybody does. I hope everybody makes it to sale. I wish that was the case, but you know, it's only for him to decide who he wants. And this could take a little bit.
wait, turn it off. I need to go.
My ag teacher, Ms. Nieto's bringing me another chair. Because right now, after they're done, well, after the judge is done picking who he wants to make it to sale, we're going to have some of the exhibitors here to interview them to see how they're feeling. We just want to, ask them their experience and how they feel about winning because, a lot goes into this and, we just want to know their experience to see how they're feeling. Because I for sure know, like, right now, like, their nerves are kind of, like, starting to go down a bit. But the stakes are very high here because you never know who's going to make it to sale or not.
Attention in the Showborn. If you are not a goat exhibitor, please make your way to the bleachers. If you are not a goat exhibitor, please make your way to the bleachers at this time.
out who's going to make it to sale, let's share some more goat facts. So, goats have unique voices, and moms can recognize their kids by their bleats.
By their what?
Bleats.
How is that?
I don't know what a bleat is.
Girl, that's a...
Oh, bleat. I didn't hear that. Bleat. Okay. He's about to announce it.
Well, boy, what a treat. Hey, let's give these kiddos a round of applause, these exhibitors. And it's awesome, to come to a show and have so much excitement and enthusiasm. Y'all do a really good job on pumping these kids up and making sure that, hey, they've done a good job. And Ag Advisors also, administration, for putting on the show. No doubt it takes a lot of money to do this. And also takes a lot of money and time to get these animals where they need to be. And, as a spectator, I talked to a lady a few days ago doing a show, and she goes, I've never been to a livestock show. She goes, but I'll tell you one thing, we don't know the amount of time, the hardship of feeding, exercising, making sure our schedule works. And so you have to put that all into the equation when you show livestock. We can come in here and sit down in the bleachers and say, boy, I like that one. Oh, I think that one's pretty cool. But, sometimes you don't know the story behind what the kids went through, the advisors went through, to make sure these things are living through a freeze and things like that, and the elements of what we live in the Houston area. So I'll tell you one thing, if this is your first time to come to the goat show, you got such a treat, because these are really good quality animals and very nice animals. And hopefully you can see how I've lined these things up, and boy, the quality of each one of them kind of possessions, and they kind of mirror that first to second. And that's what I'm looking for in my my goats, excuse me. We ain't to the sheep show yet, but I'm telling you, that's what I look for in these goats. I look for some style. I look for, they got to have some eye appeal also, but then we get to a muscle quality and a standpoint of muscle to where they balance out, where they need to be on their skeletal structural also. And so very, very close out here. Boy, very nice. And I can talk about the good quality of them all day, from the lightweight to the heavyweight. Hopefully you can see what I'm seeing in here is just good product in these animals. Over the top, I talked about meat and skeleton and how they were constructed from feet, bone, and leg, and how they just really just give you that cool show goat look. And so hopefully you can see that. If you know somebody out here, say congratulate them also after the classes. But boy, I'll tell you one thing, we excuse some really good ones and some stiff competition in those other classes also. So I'll tell you one thing, very, very nice and really good competitive type of females out here in your goat drive. But one more time, let's give them a good round of applause, and I'm going to shake the hand of your champion.
One more good look at these goats, and he's going to announce who is going to be the grand champion. So we'll see in a bit who's going to be the grand champion and reserve. Oh!
Go ahead, you can move that one out and get this one over here. Good job.
So our grand champion for today is, I wish I knew the girl's name, but it's a girl from Eisenhower. So congratulations to her. She did really good on her goat. Like the judge was saying, you don't know the story behind all of these goats.
We'll go down the line. I know some of these kids, they're working on getting a sale slot, and so we'll kind of move through them. But another one that I thought they handled really good, extremely good over the top, and how that rack just really transpired. Very, very nice for the young lady to be reserved. Congratulations. Good job. Move yours over.
Champion is another exhibitor from Eisenhower. Eisenhower has been doing super, super good. I feel like they probably all work together at the barn, because they've all been doing super, super good. And There are 5 more waiting slots to see who is going to make it to sale today.
Thought another one that was extremely close in this lineup, but really good one also. Young lady out of your heavy is going to be 3rd overall. Congratulations to her.
Montserrat, Galvan.
Another one that kind of comes out of that middle heavy, this young lady is going to be next. Congratulations to her. Your lightweight will be next. Congratulations.
To see who he wants to make it to sale. There's only 2 more winning places. How are you feeling, Emily?
I'm feeling so nervous.
Me too. I'm like, I don't know if you can see, but like I'm shaking right now.
I feel so nervous.
Julissa
And I'm
Limas
not
to
even-
the arena.
I'm not even in there.
But you can like feel like the intensity, like
Yeah.
even when you're not in the ring.
And
like,
just knowing how hard they work to
uh-huh.
get here is just
Yes, because there's so much that goes in. Like there's so
Yeah.
many behind the scenes that y'all don't even see. Ritter from Nimitz just made it to. This is the 6th. She's 6th place, I think. So there's 1 more winning slot. So more 2nd place winners are coming out, so we can observe them and see who is going to make the last choice of his, the last place, which is 7th place.
Is that all? Good job, y'all. Good job.
well, we got our last place.
He is from MacArthur. I wish I knew his name, but congratulations to everybody who made it to sale. Doing this is not easy. So for them to even make it to 2nd place and 1st place is super duper good.
Yes.
Because there's so much work. Obviously, like I was saying, there's so many behind the scenes that y'all don't, that nobody sees. Obviously, when you're in stands, you're just pointing out the goals. You're saying, "Oh my God, that one's so pretty," but nobody knows like how much work and how much effort these exhibitors put into their animals
Yeah.
day to day, and they're there at the barn
Results
literally
for
24/7.
Goat Show, 7th place, and going to sell, Sergio Garcia. 6th place, Melina Lewis. 5th place, Amari Kane. 4th place, Cristo Hernandez. 3rd place, Montserrat Olivo. Reserve Grand Champion, Brenda Reyna. Grand Champion, Megan Hatter.
Our goat show, and
Goat showmanship. All goat show exhibitors are eligible to return back to the arena except Megan and Brenda.
so they're about to do the goat showmanship. So the goat showmanship is it. What it is, it's basically to see the judge is going to see how well you're able to work with your animal, with walking and bracing and all things of that nature. So he's not looking for, like in the last classes where he was touching on the goat. Now he's just looking to see how well you've trained your animal, how well you've worked with your animal. And yeah, we're going to see the results right now.
Final call for showmanship. Please make your way to the arena. Once these that are lined up in the arena, we will be not taking anyone. Last call for goat showmanship. And again, all spectators must be seated in the bleachers. If you are not a lamb or goat exhibitor, you need to be seated down in the stands, please.
Our sponsor for today's goat showmanship class is Aaliyah Moore. Can we give her a round of applause? If we have Aaliyah Moore or someone to represent her, please come to the announce table at this time.
Showmanship just started, so I keep messing that up. The judge is now looking to see how well everybody is working with their animal. Okay, so this is just to turn it on right here.
Is it on?
You have to turn. Oh. Okay. So who are we here with today?
Megan Hatter.
So how does it feel to win today? You won grand champion with your goat. That's super good.
Well, I feel so glad because it takes a lot of time with these goats. I'm telling you, you have to be disciplined. You just have to spend more time. But overall, I feel glad. I'm glad I won because a lot of people been doubting me. Because trust me, the goat I had, she was skinny. She was showing bones and everything. But yeah, just put in time with her. But yeah,
It takes a lot of time with these goats, a lot of time and effort. So what kind of preparation went into getting ready for the show?
Well, today, the day of, I woke up early around 5 o'clock in the morning just to run her a few laps around the barn, and then I bathed her this morning. And then after that, I put her on a bracing stand for about an hour, and then I walked her backwards for an hour. And then when it was time to load him up, I load her up. Then as soon as we got here, bracing, because I don't play that. It's a strict program over here.
Because you don't play when it comes to your goat.
No.
So can you give us a little insight on like your goat and how it's been like working with her these last 4 months of you having her?
Yeah, so as soon as we got her, she was skittish, very skittish. She did not want to be anywhere near me. She didn't want any type of human interaction. She just wanted to be in her corner. And I respected that because you can't force your trust or you can't force your love on an animal you just met. So you have to take time with that. And then, as the months progressed, she started warming up to me. And, I just took that to flip. I took that to an advantage, started bringing her in with treats, and then that's when she started to really feel an affection, a close bond with me. And so as we progressed with the bond, then I started trusting her to go out, because you can't earn a goat's trust that easily because they're stubborn. But overall, these 4 months, I am glad I chose her. At first, I regretted it because of how
much time? Yeah, they're super difficult to work with. They're super stubborn. Another thing I was talking about is goats are super stubborn, especially because they're girls.
Because my teacher, he was just giving us all the pros of about getting a goat.
Nobody tells you the cons.
Never tell you the cons.
No, they never talk about that.
As soon as I got the goat, he just spilling all the cons. I'm like,
right when you get them, huh?
is that right when I get them? Like,
I remember that when I had showed a goat my sophomore year, I just got the pros. Oh, you get this and you get that. Once you get your goat, it's just the cons there. So there's so much stuff that goes into these goats. You can ask the next question, Queen.
Thank you.
Passing the mic over.
Did you get tired or something?
oh, trust me. There was days I did not want to go to the barn at all. But then I was thinking, you never know. But the one day I don't go, it might be the day that something happens, because there was a lot of incidents at the barn, especially with her. And so I was just tired. But I pushed through it because I signed up for it. I paid for her. I paid for everything. So, yeah.
So, tell me, what was your favorite part about showing an animal today?
Okay, I love that question. So, my favorite part is how we all was in here, and how we were just showing our animal, and how I get to see how other people brace their animals. Yeah, that's about it. That's my favorite part.
A question that I always have for every animal exhibitor. Coming here to Emo Campo for the first time, like with your animal, how do you feel seeing the other goats? Like, do you feel more nervous? Do you feel like, wow, that one looks too good? Like,
yes, because the day of selection, there was this one specific goat I wanted, and the girl in front of me got her. I was low-key sad, but at the same time, I had other options, and I chose the first option, which was Atsu. That goat.
What's one thing that you learned about your animal throughout this experience?
I learned that she is stubborn as heck. She is very picky. She is very sassy. If she don't have her way, she'll let her know. She's a kicker. That's one thing I know. She's a kicker. But I'm glad she didn't kick when he was touching her, because at first she don't like people touching her. So that's one thing I learned.
You had super good showmanship in there.
Thank you.
Super good showmanship, because that's another thing that the judge looks at is the showmanship, to see how well your goat listens to you and how well you have that bond with them. And I know it must have been hard, like leading up to that, like at the barn, trying to gain her trust. But thank you for being here with us, and congratulations again. Hey, you should show YouTube your buckle that you won today.
I'm bragging this way.
All right, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
The other girl. let's just take it.
Well, hey, let's give them all a round of applause. And really nice. You know, I got two lines right here. And this line right here, I like what these these exhibitors are doing today. So they're going to be in my top. So, hey, congratulations to you. You made it out of the pack. And such a really good job. And you say, what's this guy looking for? What is showmanship? I've never been to a goat show in my life. And so we're looking up, how they set their feet up, how they have them elevated from point to shoulder. And then you got to put the eye contact in. You got to know where the judge is. You got to know where he wants you to go. You got to follow suit. You got to follow in line. And so that's just what makes a good showman. There's different types and styles, as you can see. Some of us are more upright. Some of us kind of want to crunch down. Some of us put our hands behind our back. It just kind of depends on what works, and that's what I always tell exhibitors. But the main thing is that you always got to make sure that you keep good feet, and you keep those feet set up when the judge gives you a good look. And I said you can't take away that look of a judge. And if you got to dig in and you got to keep on working, because you don't know what the judge is going to do a lot of the times. And they got to stand still, and they got to be very patient. It takes a lot of patience to show animals out here. I'll tell you, in each species, and some of y'all probably been watching the other shows yesterday also, and so, really good. I'm going to pull a few more out of just this line also, so we're going to get down to the ones, I say, to the one. And so, but anyways, this young lady, she's going to be pulled out. Go ahead right here. Congratulations to her. Young man right here is going to be pulled out also. Young man's going to be pulled out right here, and you're going to be pulled out too, young man. Congratulations. So, hey, we get down to the top four, yes! Well, I'm going to tell you, it gets exciting now. It gets super exciting out of these four. I thought they did a really good job on setting legs and just the amount of eye contact. And it kind of comes down to, I know I don't have time to talk to all the exhibitors, but the young lady does such a great job on eye contact. No doubt, she knows where I am. She looks at me and she said, hey, here I am. And she keeps those feet planted and keeps that goat right where it needs to be. I like her for that. Maybe he just needed to push just ever so slightly, but still, she's super cool on eye contact. I like that. A young man does such a good job on getting this from profile. I talked about in class, has a few little bit more back issues on those back feet, but he gets them right. He gets them elevated from point to shoulder. He has really good eye contact. I like that. Young man comes out here. He did super good in class also. This goat just wants to fight him too much, and he's struggling with it, but he's staying in there. I love that guy's eye contact. He does such a great job on knowing where the judge is and the placement of where he needs to be. He feels when that animal's out of whack, and he gets them legs back in proportion. Young man here on the end also, you do such a great job. No doubt, he keeps that thing set up to a T. I like it. Maybe just loses me a little bit on eye contact when we go around the ring, okay, and that's about it. And so just a little bit more eye contact on that part. But boy, y'all do such a great job. I thought it got super close out here. I thought the one that did all the right things, to check those equations of showmanship, very nice. This young lady's going to be a champion. Congratulations. Young man's going to be second right here. Congratulations. Awesome job. Good job. Good job. Super close, man. Good job. Hey, let's give them all a round of applause as we conclude the goat showmanship. Very, very nice. And like I said, we put a lot of effort and time into these animals. It's very expensive in taking care of an animal. And so, that's the main thing we get out of this. So, yeah, animals go through our lives, but our kids are forever. And so that's what this is all about. But a super good group out here that we had for the goat show. Congratulations to each and every exhibitor.
Results for showmanship. Reserve Grand Champion Jaden Lewis from Eisenhower. Grand Champion Showman Alexis Garcia from MacArthur.
So they just announced the reserved.
First call for Class 1 of the Lamb Show.
So they just announced.
Citlali Padron. Layla Nash, Leah Nash, Ray Peavy, Jackson Dodd, Lisbeth Padron.
We just finished up our goat showmanship. What happened? Oh. So congratulations to What was her? I think the reserve champion was Alexa from MacArthur, and grand champion was, I forgot who. I really wish I had a sheet right here to see who made it. But congratulations to everybody who made it to sale and who won showmanship, because getting to this spot right here, it's not easy at all. So right now we're about to start our lamb show, our class 1, and we're about to see how everybody does. What the judge is going to look for while during this class is he's going to look at muscle tone, firm, well-defined muscle, especially in the loin and hindquarters, body structure, a long level top line with strong legs and balanced proportions, movement and soundness, smooth, even strides with good leg placement, condition and finish, a clean, firm body with just the right amount of fat cover, and showmanship, obviously, but very important, the exhibitor's ability to handle and brace the lamb while keeping eye contact with the judge, which is very important when you're showing your lamb, is maintaining that contact with the judge, and being confident is another thing. So when the lambs come out, you're going to see that the exhibitors, they guide the lamb with their neck. So they don't have a what is it called? Like a chain holder with the goats. I forgot what it's called. But yeah, they're going to be guiding their lambs with their hands.
Attention to barn. As we begin this lamb show, I need all FFA members and parents to remember that FFA members must stick around after the lamb show to convert the show arena into the sale arena we need for tomorrow morning. So after this is done, Mr. Burnett will lead a group of people, young people, and we will be making some changes to the arena. Secondly, if you have birds, you must take those birds home with you, other than the top 6 turkeys, the top 6 broilers that are in the pens right now. The rest of them must go home today. And then thirdly, remember, we do have a mandatory 9 a.m. Meeting for all FFA members, regardless of if you made a sale or not. All FFA members tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. You have to be here, of course, earlier than that, but get your animals fed, watered, and all that stuff prior to the 9 a.m. meeting. Again, we do have we do have to do setup for the sale after the lamb show. Thank you.
I was thinking that they were gonna have a halter on as well.
No.
Why don't these have a halter on?
So with lambs, they're only guiding them with their hands. So obviously at the barn, they are on halters, so they don't, run away or anything. But the whole point of them showing with their lambs is just guiding them with their hand. Like they can't use a halter and they can't use a chain like how the goats were. So it's only with their hand. So, you want to hear a lamb joke in the meantime?
Well,
Yeah.
I guess I do now.
Okay, what do
Tell
you
me.
get when you cross a lamb and a trampoline?
Okay, repeat the joke again.
What do you get when you cross a lamb and a trampoline?
Oh my gosh, I don't know.
A woolly jumper. You know woolly jumper. Cause
Oh wait, that's
like-
looking good.
Okay. What do you get that joke?
I'm gonna give that a 10.
Ooh,
A 10.
good rating
It
right
is
there.
a 10.
Don't play.
10 out of 10.
Don't play with me. Okay, next one. One more joke.
Tell me.
Why did the sheep become a stand-up comedian?
Because
You're wrong.
Marissa.
Oh my gosh. Wait, you need to answer my joke first.
Oh, because he was a bad jokester.
No, you're wrong. Because he had the audience in stitches.
No, that was bad.
That was a knee slapper right there. I'm just kidding. It was super corny. Okay, who are we here with today?
With
Attention,
the
and the
one and
showboard.
only.
If
Oh,
the
Queen!
Yes.
Please take a
Has to
seat
go,
in
you
the
know.
Okay, we
bleachers.
have some
If you're not
questions for you,
exhibitor, please
Queen.
take a
Are you
seat in the
ready?
bleachers.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Sorry, let me flip my script. Wait, how does it feel to play second today
Such a
in your
really
class?
good and good quality
I'm not
lightweight
proud of
class
myself.
to start off the Lamb Show here this evening. And I think these three up here just surface kind of to the top, and we're just really good ones that are I say 12 o'clock on pattern. I talk a lot about in livestock about pattern and where they are, so they kind of fit where they are. You know, they might be a little bit more, I say, just shorter right there from we talk about blade to set from the surface of the ground. But boy, super good ones, super neat ones, and kind of the same thing that what I talked about when I handled the goats is, we're studying these on a market quality, and we want them right, we want them proportioned and balanced into their carcasses also, and have that muscle quality. And when we talk about handle, that's a big thing. And I talk about handle is like how fresh, when I put my top over them, how fresh that handle is and how they balance out over their top. The young man right here, he has probably the most densest one in the class. That one's 12 o'clock on pattern. I think he's got as much muscle and shape that you can put into one. He's dense, and that female just goes down to her flank. I like her design. We talk about shoulder to blade. She gets a little bit more tighter, a little bit more coarser right there from the front 1/3 of her body. She gets a little bit more shorter right there onto her neck. I like to extend her ever so slightly. She gets maybe just a little bit out onto her tail to set. I like to balance her out back there. Also, but a super dense one, a super big one. If you like big muscled ones, you got one right there. That's a nice one. A young lady comes in with just a really classy looking good one. But boy, when you put your handle on that one doesn't disappoint you on rib and shape and loin, and how that one just transitions down to a big old huge muscle right there to the lower portion of that one's body. I like that one a lot. She can get that one a little bit more upright as she shows that one, but boy, that one has a really cool extended neck. Also, we talk about the front 1/3 of that body. She opens up really good in her body cavity to that breastplate, and how that one just kind of transitions down to the surface of the ground. Also, really nice, good looking socks on that one. Also, young lady right here, just a cool one and a neat one. Maybe just a little bit more harder made right there for the top of the skeletal system. But boy, she does such a great job on presentation and getting that one stuck. And that one has loin and shape. Also, we talk about hind saddle and how that one just transitions down. Has a big old thick leg into it, but still balance out on a muscle proportion. Also, that's a neat one. Like I said, maybe just a little bit more raw. And I talk about that, maybe just a little bit more fluff right there, just barely over the top of the skeleton of that one on that handle. But boy, that's being picky on a really good one. There's one right here that has a great handle. I like how the muscle and the shape of that one to rib to balance. The young lady right here in the middle is going to win your class. Congratulations. This young lady is going to be a close second. Congratulations. Young man's going to be third. Congratulations. Young man comes in fourth right here. Boy, with a good, very nice upright one. I love the leg and handling that. I just wish that female had a little bit more to her, but boy, she's real classy. She's stylish. I like her from point to shoulder. Really good muscle too. You know, maybe just a different type. Really good and elevated from point to shoulder, like I said, but boy, super good, super balances out really well. That's a very nice one. We talk about flank on that one. I just thought she needed a little bit more right there over the top of her, middle of her blade, and how she transitions down to the front of her loin. But boy, her hind saddle's really good. She's got such good muscle quality and texture back there on the back side of her skeletal system. We bring the fifth place one in there. A really nice, good show, classy looking one. Also kind of mirrors the young man right there. Super good. This one gets a little more plainer into the loin. I'd like to see a little bit more power and shape in that one. But boy, you got to admire the good front end of that one. That one's built really good, constructed from shoulder to blade to top all the way. How that one's constructed to the pole of the head. I love the front 1/3 of that body. The back portion of that one needs to drop the flank a little bit, get that one a little bit more relaxed. We asked that one to go across on a transportation standpoint, just get that one to move a little bit more easy on a structural standpoint, but a very nice one to round out the class. Hey, let's give these exhibitors a round of applause. They did a great job. Good job showing. Good job showing. Good job showing. Good job showing, man.
Our question: how does it feel to place second today in your class?
Feels pretty great. I mean, as a freshman, it's kind of a good accomplishment for me.
It really is.
Next year, I'm gonna win everything. You know, yeah, that's my goal.
Because everything, the judge that was telling you that you can bring that into your next goal next year, and the following years or whatever animal
Results
you want to
for
do.
class 1,
Yeah.
5th place, Leah Nash.
Probably gonna do the same thing.
4th place, Ray Peavy. 3rd, Jackson Dodd. 2nd, Citlali Padron. 1st place, Lisbeth Padron.
Us? Yeah.
Thanks to
There's
everybody who
call
plays
for class
in this
2.
lamb show. We have Ray from Davis. He placed 4th in his class today, which is super good because he's a freshman. So this is his first year showing a lamb. So that's super good. I'm proud of him because I know everybody at the barn has
In
been
class
putting in
two,
their
we
work.
have
Not
Kiara
just Davis,
Brown,
but everybody
Jason Martinez,
here has put in that
Jarrett
work.
Thomas, Jamori McDuffie, David Jimenez, Hugo Campa Jr.
Of lambs
Please
are
make
about
your
to
way
come
to the
in. So
arena.
in the meantime, what kind of preparation went into getting ready for the show?
Training, working with her, and like bonding with her.
Mhm.
So you have that like connection with her while you're in there.
So how was it like bonding? Like how did you achieve that?
Through all of the events mostly, how we had the petting zoo, the fall fest. I think that made her warm up to people more, and so she got more used to me and to other people too.
That's super good. So how long have you been working with your animal? You've been having your animal for since October.
Yeah,
So how has
4 or
that
5
been?
months.
Mhm.
It was pretty fun, good little side quest,
Mhm.
It's a fun thing to do.
Okay, Emily, you keep going with the questions, Queen.
Thank you. Hey, Marissa. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations, Queen.
Appreciate it.
Let me get you some questions real quick. So, what was your favorite part about showing your animal today? I know you were pretty nervous.
I was at first. Oh my gosh, I wanted to cry. My stomach was turning. Everything was went crazy. And then I went into the ring and then I kind of calmed down,
Really?
Because, yeah, it's like, okay, I'm here. Like, let's just get it over with. I got this, You gotta have a good mindset.
That's really good. What do you think was the hardest thing about training your animal? Was there something that happened that had you like, wow, like,
The
I think I should just
bracing.
give up, to be honest?
Yeah. Okay, so what happened with the bracing is whenever I would push her back, her legs, they would move forward, but she's supposed to stay back. So I really struggled with that, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do anymore,
Yeah. Gosh, that must have been so difficult. And because you were telling us this morning, right, that you were
Yeah.
still having that issue?
Yeah.
Did you still have it when you were in the arena or no?
A little bit, yeah, but she stayed still for a while, which is
That's
good.
good.
So, oh my gosh.
So thank you, Marissa, for being here with us. Congratulations again.
Thank you for
So
inviting
proud
me
of
on
you.
your show.
Of course, Queen. So the judge is currently still looking at the lambs, feeling them out to see, how well maintained these goats are, and how much meat they have, and basically how good they look. He's giving them another walk around so he can get a better look at them. We have dang, I wish I knew his name, but he is from Davis and he is a freshman and he's representing Davis right now. We have some kids from Eisenhower, from MacArthur. We've had a lot of exhibitors showing from Eisenhower, which is super good. They've been placing really well. They've been doing super good. Like, I wonder what would be going on at the barn for real. Like, I think they got that secret stuff over there, but they've been doing super good because it also leads back to like the advisors. Like the advisors go like this, it goes back to them because they offer that support to our exhibitors and, that support. And obviously, friends and family, because without them, they wouldn't be in this position right now. Yep.
What exactly is he looking for right now?
Good question. Let me look through here. So he's looking at muscle tone, so that's why he's obviously feeling through the back of the lamb. That's why they're bracing them so he can get that muscle structure. So the same thing like with goats, they're shaved down right now so he can get a better look at their muscles and so he can feel them out better. Body structure, movement and soundness, condition and finish, so obviously how clean they look. So these exhibitors, they've been up since like I want to say 5 in the morning. They have to get to the barn, wash up their goats, do a little bit of more training before getting here to MOC. So they've been having a pretty long day. And the last thing that the judge is looking for is showmanship. So that eye contact with the judge is super duper important. And just obviously, like with goats and with any animal, just to see how well your animal performs with you and to see how well they listen to you. I always wonder what helps them like with their lambs, like how do they get their lambs to be able to follow them with just their hand. So in a bit we're gonna have the grand champion, the first place winner from the first class, to come here and give us a little bit of insight on what goes on at the barn with training these lambs, because these are the only animals where you're only guiding them with your hands. So I want to have like a little bit of more information about that.
Well, when this class came in, I knew that it was going to be a good one, and no doubt these three up here, man, they had to work their way up in this class because there's quality all the way down in this class, man. You just have to pick these things apart little by little, but that's what the judge's opinion is. My opinion today in this class, but super good ones, super neat ones. As you can see, these three, they've got some density of rib and balance of flank, and how these things just transition down to muscle to pattern. I always say that a lot, but very, very nice. Young man on this end, really good one. I like this one, and boy, when that one just kind of hit the show ring, I said that's a nice one, no doubt about it. That one's 12 o'clock on pattern to shape. Maybe gets a little more greener right there. We talk about the middle portion portion of his rib, how he comes into that muscle pattern. But boy, a super nice one. I think he's got him complete on where he needs to be on his finish and his style. Maybe his handle just needs to handle a little bit more tighter for me, but boy, on a muscle standpoint, really, really nice. I like the front 1/3 of him. And then we talk about feet and legs. He wants to come in just maybe a little bit on that pattern as we ask that one go on a structural standpoint, but still a dense one, a really good one. I like that one a lot, especially from the front 1/3 of his body. He's really cool and neat how he's constructed from shoulder to blade. You got your very nice one, young man. Young man comes in with one that's a little bit more shorter right there. We talk about the front 1/3 of the body, but so big in its barrel and how that one just ties into blade and shape. But we get maybe out just a little balance a little bit. Once it go forward just a tad bit right there, we talk about chest to floor on that one and gets a little bit more shorter neck. And we talk about shorter neck ones, but we have to give or take sometimes. We have so much muscle and so much power. He has the biggest, probably the biggest rack of the class, and it is on sheer dimension and density of that rib and that middle portion of his body. Like I said, I just like to make him a little bit more neater, a little bit more cooler right there through the front 1/3 of his body. But boy, you got him 12 o'clock on pattern. Looks like he fed really good for you. Congratulations to him. Young man right here too. He's got the show pony of the bunch, no doubt. That's a good looker right there. I like that one a lot. Boy, just super good on the we talk about texture of meat and how that one just transpires down to the hind saddle and how that one just goes really good. Maybe closes in just a little bit on a structural standpoint, but super dense in that we talk about forerib and how that one just ties into blade to set, gives you that cool look from the front 1/3 of the body, really extended into the neck to the top of the pole of that head. That's a really good looking one. That young man's going to win your class. Congratulations. Close second right here. Congratulations. And third right here. Congratulations. Young man comes in fourth. That's just more of the greener one of the bunch. We just had to give this one more time of rib and cage and drop that one into the flank. But from a muscle standpoint, I like that one a lot. Just gets a little more planar over the top and how that one just transitions down to a loin and hind side. We talk about hind sides where the tail set, where it goes down to the back portion of that meat, but still really nice and really cool.
I hope you can still hear us. So who are we here with today?
Legs on that one. Congratulations.
My name is
also, we come in next right here
Well,
with
my name
the
is Linda
fifth place
Padron.
one, a really
So how does it
cool
feel
neat
to
one.
win
Just on the
first
handle,
place
just
today
keep
with your
soft
lamb?
with it.
Right
I
now
gotta just
for
get that a little bit more
first
powered
class,
up on
winning
muscle
first
from a
place,
muscle
it feels
standpoint.
so
Boy,
good.
I like the
Because
density.
you're
I like the
actually-
Oh, really? This is super good.
Third of the body gives you a really cool look.
Right now,
like that
I'm
one.
still
Like I said,
nervous,
just maybe on
excited.
handle. We
There's
just gotta
so
get a
many
little bit
emotions
more
at the
tighter right there on the
Okay.
handle.
But
He gets a little bit more
quick, I
spongy
gotta
for me
go
right there on
quickly
his
because,
finish.
you know,
but still
I'm gonna
a
go
super
up
nice one.
next.
The round out the
Okay,
class,
we're
young
gonna bring
man
you
did a
after.
really good job on this.
Okay.
I don't want to
My God.
I almost wants to fight her ever so slightly, but she hangs in there and gets that one done. Love the profile of that one. That's a really big one. Just thought that one wasn't balanced right there from front 1/3 of his body. We can just get that one just a little bit more right there on the neck. Wants to come down ever so slightly. I like it. I think that one just had a little bit more finish for me than what I like, and gets him a little bit more looser right there to the back 1/3 of the leg. We got to power that one up ever so slightly to match that big old carcass and what that one has over the top of its loin and shape. I think that one's really good and dense right over the top of its blade and its shape. I like that, the design on that one, but we just lose a lot of leg on that one to match that one up, to balance that one out. But a nice one to round out the class. Congratulations, those kiddos. You bet.
Interview with Lizette. So she was telling us that this is her first year showing her lamb, and she made first place. So that's super good. I'm super proud of her.
First place in
Results
first
for
class.
class 2.
Yeah.
In 6th place, Sierra Brown
Amazing.
from Nimitz. 5th place, Jamori
That was really
McDuffie
good.
from Davis. 4th place, Jason Martinez from Eisenhower. 3rd place, David Jimenez from Alding. 2nd place, Jared Thomas from Eisenhower. And 1st place, Hugo Campa Jr. from MacArthur. Class 3, please make your way to the arena. Jaden Vieira, Kaylee Hidalgo, Vanessa Alvarado, Alexander Silva, Alyssa Martinez, Erica Resendez.
Class 3 of lambs? Class 3. So this is I don't know if this is the last class or not. Dang, I wish I had a sheet of paper with me right now.
I really wish.
I really wish I could get a free bag of chips. Baby, they're not gonna. See, baby, this is YouTube. What's up, YouTube? Maybe they're not gonna want us on this live stream anymore. It's just we're too fun. Like, how about that?
Yeah.
What if we just wants to, get some jokes in?
Wait, is yours on?
Huh?
Is yours on?
It is on. Oh, okay. Oh, baby, you had me scared for a second. I thought mine wasn't on.
Well, this is class.
Class 3. So this is
Yeah.
I can't say if this is heavyweight or not. I think this is heavyweight.
It seems like it.
It seems like
It
it.
seems like
Uh-huh.
it.
But all of these labs look really, really good. How are you enjoying the show so far, Queen?
I've been waiting for the lambs, but honestly, I think that I got so like nervous, but like excited
Uh-huh.
for the goats that I think that was like my favorite part.
Yeah, I think the
of the
adrenaline
show.
is super duper.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot that goes into this. Because, like I said, even if you're not showing, like, you're just watching your exhibitors from your school, like, just seeing them win, like, or hoping that they win, it just makes you like nervous because you want them to win. Because they're representing your school.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, everybody still puts in their effort at the barn. And no matter what place they get,
They will always be number one in our hearts.
yep. What she said. Mm-hmm. So, let's look for some more. I'm trying to like see this script right here. The-
Oh.
So let's go through some general livestock show fun facts in the meantime. So the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo is one of the largest in the world, attracting over 2.5 million visitors every year.
2.5 million is crazy.
Literally,
Word.
there's like people from literally all over the world who come just to see the rodeo because it's
You're
literally
right.
one of the biggest. They just announced the lineup, I want to say like 3 weeks ago.
We're not gonna talk about the lineup.
We're not going to talk about
It was good.
Hispanic Heritage Day.
Oh.
We're not going to talk about that one.
It was
Respectfully,
good, but
could be better.
I thought it was gonna be better.
I think I'm kind of excited for Cody Johnson. I hope the tickets aren't sold out though.
Yeah.
Because he's going to bring out John Party, and I really like John Party. So, because
We
I
all
don't.
wanna go.
I want to go. And I'll be there. And if anything, I probably would just go to like the carnival and just try the food and stuff. Have you ever been to the livestock show at the rodeo?
Yeah. Whenever it was my first time going to the livestock show, I thought it was so crazy how huge the pigs were.
They're way more bigger than here.
Yeah,
I think.
they're huge, huge.
Because here at Aldine, the weight limit for the pigs is 300, I think. Or let me go through my facts first. Oh, minimum weight is 210.
But what's our maximum?
Our maximum last year was 300.
Our limit.
Our limit. After I was rudely interrupted.
By our photographer.
Yeah, our photographer from
Walter.
Davis. Walter, by the way.
Honestly, I think that he needs to forget about his welding career and
Just go into
focus on
photography.
because those pictures are really, really good.
They're super duper good. Like, somebody come hire this man over here. So yeah, our minimum weight for our pigs is 210, but at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo,
They're
I think
huge. It's just
they're like probably 3 times bigger, huh?
like 4 times, I think.
Baby, they're big.
Yeah.
They're super big. And a lot of these exhibitors, they also compete at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. I know Alyssa
from MacArthur.
She has a pig
Yeah.
right now, and she's training that pig for the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
Yeah.
And I
she's
know.
actually in the arena right now.
Yeah, she's showing
So-
her lamb right now. And yesterday she won grand champion, I think, or reserve champion with her steer.
I think reserve.
I think reserve champion, but she was
Yeah.
first in her class, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But she's locked in, very, very
Yeah.
locked in. Like everybody here is locked in, but I follow her on Instagram, and she's like always, posting on her story that she's always training her
Yeah.
animals and stuff.
And just seeing how many animals she has right now.
Literally, she has
It's-
4 animals right now.
Is it 4?
Yes, because she had her steer, her lamb, and then her 2 pigs.
Oh yeah.
Did she have 2 pigs? Did she show a pig?
Yeah.
Yeah, 4. Ooh, a pig just escaped right now.
Oh
You're gonna
my.
probably see it coming behind us. Oh, pig on the loose. Watch out.
Well. I mean, I don't know what you want me to do. Like, go get it or what?
Oh, somebody come get this pig. Yep, you see the pig behind us that just got loose right now. Ooh! Oh! Oh!
Oh my god.
Oh my god! I think I should have gotten up and fixed the camera. After we were rudely interrupted again.
Like I literally just got hit with the table. Oh my goodness.
Oh, baby, it's coming back for seconds. Oh my gosh. There's so much commotion going on right now. So that's what happens at a livestock show.
Continuing to what we were speaking about. What were we talking about?
Oh, pigs. No, you're talking about how Alyssa is so locked in.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Super
We were
locked in.
saying
She has
that.
4 animals.
Yeah, 4 animals.
Taking care of 4 animals at the same time must be
On
a lot
top
of work.
Being a senior this year.
Oh my god, yes. Doing college applications,
Yeah.
applying for scholarships, applying for FAFSA. That's literally a lot on her plate.
Yeah.
But she did the
Getting
thing
ready
though.
to graduate.
Literally, we graduate in 3 months.
Oh, yeah, literally in 3 months.
Yeah, because it's about to be February, so. These months are gonna fly by super fast. Super duper fast. So, another fun fact is many famous country singers and.
I'll say this one. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you.
Many famous country singers, including Reba McEntire. I can't pronounce her last name. I can't pronounce her last name.
McIntyre.
Yeah. Anyways,
What
and
she
George
say?
Strait.
Really nice ones. We get into this heavyweight and very competitive, like the 2 classes before. And these just kind of surface to the top for me. I think just on a handling marketability, and I always talk about that in my sheep and goats. Is that we got to have a market ready. I think these are well aware on their handle of where they need to be, and pushing some pounds on feet and bone and leg, but boy can still handle it also. And I think these are kind of 3 different types and kinds out here, but they still represent a really good quality of what they are and what they bring into the show ring, the exhibitors do, because they're very nice, they're good. You can tell they've been fed really well, and they handle very well. I think that's what these 3 kind of separate for, just really good handle on them. Young lady has a really nice, showy, classy looking one. Boy, she gets that one extended and gets that one just elevated from point to shoulder. Maybe not the biggest, the deepest one right there. And we talk about rib and to flank, you could put a little bit more density back there. We talk about flank, but boy, she handles so good right there from the front 1/3 of her body. I say loin to shape. We could just shape her up just barely on those loin edges and make her a little bit more wider and more powerful. But boy, she is really just good, complete, and I like her for that. Like I said, she belongs there because her handles really well, especially right over the rack and her rack shape and how she transpires to feet, bone, and legs. Also, that's a nice one. Young lady comes in with just a super good, powerful one. This one balances out so well. I like that front 1/3, the rib and the cage in that one also. And we might lose a little bit of power and shape right there to loin to set. But boy, other than that, that one has a powerful muscle, a leg, levels off on dock to pin too. Like her for that standpoint. We talk about front 1/3, a shoulder to blade on that one. Maybe gets just a tad bit more upright, just in that blade ever so slightly, but still gives you that really good eye appeal look. Very nice one, young lady. Young man comes in with just a super big old powerhouse, and this ewe belongs up here because she's fed really good, I can tell, and he has her conditioned very good also. So you did your job on that. She's nice. She checks a lot of good points for me, just being a big ribbed, a big topped one also. Super good. Maybe just a little bit more shorter, but like I said, we give her take a little bit. We had that much power and shape in that one. She's probably the most densest one of the bunch. We talk about full rib and how she handles down to her flank also. But boy, a tremendous amount of big leg onto her also. She might just get a little bit more shorter right there. We talk about neck to set into that blade, and I wish, just pick her up just ever so slightly. But boy, that is a super good dense one. The one that wins on me, I just like the handle on this one. I keep on coming back and say, man, that has such a good full ribbon, and how that one just kind of transpires into the middle portion of the skeletal system. Young lady right here in the middle is going to be your class winner. Congratulations. Young man's going to be second. Congratulations. Young lady's going to be third. Congratulations. Come in here. This young lady comes in next in the fourth hole. That's a really nice one. That one just gets a little bit more shorter body for me. I like the handle on this one. I thought, we just need to get a little more level on that dock right there, back to the front one, the back 1/3 of her body. But boy, you talk about a powerhouse, a big one, a big rib one, a big muscle one, kind of mirrors that second place one also. But just gets too short right there for me. I like to have that one to stride a little bit ever so slightly. We talk about pin to set on that one also. Like I said, she just gets down a little bit too low for the ground for me. But boy, super good, super muscle and power on that one also. We bring a really nice one, a real showy one. The young lady does a great job. I know she's got a cast on right there, but that one we got to loosen that one up in the spine ever so slightly. It pinches just a little bit into loin to set, but boy, love the silhouette in that one. I think that one's balanced up right there underneath. We talk about rib to cage to flank. I just got to fix a little bit more things on the top of her right there into the loin and how she sits into her hind saddle, but do a super really nice one. And well, I always know it's hard when you got a good an injury. So hey, you got to work even tougher. But she does such an awesome job. We round out the class. This is with a little bit more softer one. I wish this one handled a little bit more easier. It gets out a little bit, tad bit into that loin, to that hind saddle in the back 1/3. We got to power that ewe up ever so slightly to match those ones, the counterparts into the class. But a super well designed one, a super good balanced one on muscle standpoint. Also a nice one to round out the class. Let's give these kiddos a round of applause. They did a great job.
Fifth or fourth class? Fourth class. And super proud of everybody who placed because, like I said before, and I'm going to keep saying it, a lot goes into working with these animals, and it's not easy because they're there at the barn 24/7.
Sixth place, Katie Hidalgo. Fifth place, Alyssa Martinez.
Oh my God, I'm getting the numbers all
Jorge
mixed up.
Resendez. Third place, Vanessa Alvarado. Second place, Alexandra Silva. First place, Jaden Vieira.
I believe so. How many of the lamb actually make it to?
Oh, I thought. Why was I thinking about pigs? Oh, top 7 make live auction.
Okay.
I wish I knew how many lambs were in the MOC right now. Oh. So right now, I think the judge is bringing back out the first and second place to see who's actually going to make it to auction.
And of course, only 7.
Only 7 are going to make it today.
Our sponsor for today's Market Lamb Show is Raw Wales. Can we give them a round of applause? If we have a representative for Raw Wales, will you please come to the announcer's table at this time?
I see a lot of Eisenhower exhibitors today. Like I said, they've been on a roll. Like, I really wonder what they got going on at the barn because it's literally working.
I'm like, you look left, it's Eisenhower. You look right, it's Eisenhower. They're just everywhere.
Literally. Obviously, to see who's going to be first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. And like I mentioned before, there's only going to be 7 lambs that make it to sale tomorrow. Ooh, talking about sale. Are you excited for tomorrow, Queen?
Gosh, I'm excited, but I don't know what I'm gonna wear.
Queen, you have so many outfits.
I have a lot of clothes. I have a lot of clothes. I'm not gonna lie.
She has a lot of Western clothes.
That's
She can't figure out an outfit.
Yeah, but it's because it's just so difficult.
It's super difficult because you want to stand out.
Somewhat.
Girl, yes, you're going to stand out because you're the queen. What can she say? What can I say?
We're just too funny together.
We're just too funny. They're lucky to have us, huh?
Exactly.
Like,
some fun entertainers.
I think this is the last day of doing the broadcast.
Really?
Yeah. Because tomorrow's just going to be the announcer, like, announcing, like, how, like, you know, like those fast talkers. I don't know what they're called, though.
Auction settlers? I don't know.
Maybe that's the word.
Talkers?
Maybe that's the word. But I really don't know what they're called.
I am not no professional.
But just know it's a guy who talks super fast.
During the auctions.
So, yeah. So, baby, best for last. So, yep. He's getting ready to place who's going to be the grand champion. All of these lambs look pretty good, though. What do you think, Emily?
I think they all look good. But honestly, the longer he takes, like, the more...
Like, nerve-wracking it is, huh?
Well, who enjoyed the sheep show, raise their hand. I know I did. All right. Hey, we're having fun out here. I told you we have a great evening out here. These kids have worked super hard, in achieving their goal to even get an animal out here and get them shown, because that's hard, because you go through a lot of things, like I said, in the goat show, to get these things to the show. Make sure they feed right, they don't get sick, and things like that. And, as an ag teacher, as a parent also, and have the opportunity to judge a lot of out-of-state shows. I think the one that marks me is the Idaho State Fair. I judged their sheep show there before, and phenomenal just quality there. And then this set kind of reminds me of that set when I was in Idaho. So hey, you're doing good on quality, getting these animals here. Ag teachers, y'all are doing a super good job on getting these things fit, make sure they're fed right and they look good. And so hey, it takes a lot of work in administration for even putting on the show, and the principals and all that. So hey, let's thank everybody that's involved, and because it's a big thing to me, because I've been teaching for over 26 years now, and so I know what we have to go through as teachers and administration and things like that. And so sometimes things aren't always easy, and they're tough, and that's all right. But that makes us good, strong people, though. But I will tell you one thing. I want to thank y'all again. I have showmanship for having me, but what a pleasure just working through these classes and the amount of quality that was in these classes. And no doubt you're raising your kids right because they got great manners. Yes, sir. No, sir. That's all I heard throughout both of the shows. So let's give these kiddos a round of applause. They totally deserve it. And so it's always welcoming to go to a show and have the respect, for the judge, because it's not an easy decision of what I do. This is my opinion for today and my qualities of what I look at for market animals on that standpoint. So, hey, thank y'all again for having me, and thanks to the ag teachers also. But I'll tell you one thing. We get down to this lineup, and they don't disappoint me at all. There's some different types and kinds out here. The heavyweights, big muscle, big dense rib and cage, and how that one transitions down the flank. The middleweight, just a cool one when you get your hands on them. The design of that one's so good, so neat. Gives you that really neat, cool lamb look. Very, very nice female. To the lightweight also, just a superpower, big rib, big front end right on that one too, and how that one just kind of transitions down to blade to shape on the top of that skeletal system. I'll tell you one thing. These are some really nice animals, and they look good. I thought it got really close out here, just on a quality standpoint too, on the second line also. So hey, I always tell kiddos, whether you're first or second, you made it to the champion drive. That's what you work for. That's why you're here, right? And that's what we do that for. And so a lot of y'all had to defend y'all's title out here just for the ones that were behind you also. So always be thankful that, because sometimes you don't always get there. And that's what I tell my kids also when we show is sometimes you're going to win, you're going to lose, and it's all right. It's going to make us a better person. The one that I like today, super cool, super handling, it's going to be your middleweight. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Good job. But go ahead and put that one in line, young man. He can pull out. We got to do the sell order also, so y'all keep on showing because we want to make the sell. That's what I always tell kiddos. We want to make that sell. That young man doesn't disappoint you also with that one, and he gets that one stuck and gets that one shown to the ability where he needs to be from point to shoulder. Very nice. There's another one that had such a good handle on him, and in that class really was tough, and boy, just kind of picking them apart just little by little is going to be your heavyweight. It's going to be your reserve. Congratulations. Really good, and the quality is so deep in this lamb show. The lightweight's going to be third overall. Congratulations to the young lady. Well, as we conclude the sale order, that's what we're doing so the kids can make the sale if you don't know the process here. And so this is, hey, this is a lot of work also on my part to make sure, we get good quality animals up in that sale. But they're all good quality animals throughout this whole sale. And so, but I always tell people you got to work hard in sale order too to make sure you get the sale. And so very, very nice, pleasing ones out here. Also, I'm going to pick the last one in your sale order. But once again, thank y'all for having me. Congratulate these kiddos if you see them.
I believe that concludes.
That concludes the lamb show. And this concludes the lamb and goat show.
Results for the lamb show: 7th place, Citali Padron; 6th place, Vanessa Alvarado; 5th place, Alexander Silva; 4th place, Jared Thomas; 3rd place, Lisbeth Padron; our reserve grand champion, Jaden Vieira; our grand champion from the MacArthur FFA chapter, Hugo Campa Jr.
I guess our segment is over.
Goodness, I'm gonna miss this.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think we should interview like one last person before
Yeah,
we
we
go.
should.
We should get Alyssa over here.
let me go call her.
At this time, all lamb exhibitors, if you'd like to return for showmanship, you all can return except Hugo and Jaden. Please make your way to the arena.
It's okay, girl. Okay, so who are we here with today?
Alyssa Martinez.
Okay, so how did it feel to win yesterday with your Serie 1 reserve champion?
Yeah, it felt amazing. Every hour at the barn felt like it was earned. I teared up in the ring and I was crying and everything. It was amazing.
I know, we saw you from afar and I was like, oh my gosh, because I would watch your story and be like, oh my god, like she's locked in every day at the barn. Okay, so what kind of preparation went into getting ready for yesterday?
Just a lot of I think one thing, I just maintained his attitude like crazy. It wasn't even about the way he looked or anything. I just wanted to go in and make sure he was calm in the ring because I didn't want to mess him up by his attitude. So I just made sure he was calm and was trying not to stress him out or anything like that.
I seen that from afar, you would talk to him. So how was it creating that bond with your steer?
He definitely listened to it. Every time I was just okay, it's okay, calm down, and he would take a breath. And it's really, really crazy almost to say, but I did build such a pretty bond with him, and yeah.
Okay, so how long have you been working with your animal?
Our
We got
sponsor for
him
today's
in
Lamb
June,
Showmanship
so I
is
think
BNC
7 or 8
Hall
months, something like
Foundation.
that.
Let's give them a round of applause.
Something like that.
Okay, you're up, Queen.
My turn.
Yep.
Let's go.
Sorry. Can you lead us through a typical day with your steer?
Yeah. Okay. So, I guess like a weekend kind of day. I'd go in the morning, around like 6 or 7, 7 a.m. in the morning, and I would go ahead and I'd feed him, and I would probably like tie him up for just an hour, and then I'd let him down and I'd leave, and then I'd come right back to the barn around like 2 in the afternoon, and I'd tie him up again. That's what helped me really maintain his attitude. And then I would take him on a walk, just something simple. And most of the time I did it with his head down, just so he was like grazing almost. But when it was time for like our little show walk, I would head up and everything like that. I'd spend probably like half an hour to an hour just playing with his feet and making sure he knew his positions and stuff like that. And then I spent quite a bit of time just loving on him. But
I have one question. What is the stick that y'all use? What is that for?
The show stick, so it helps us control their feet. So that way they end up doing like a wide angle. So when you do a rear view, you want them to be square and wide. So that way it shows off just how wide they are naturally. And then when you do your side profile, putting them 1 foot forward, the foot that's the farthest from the judge, putting them like that kind of shows off some muscle in their rear and all that.
What was your favorite part about showing your steer? Well, tell me about your steer first, and then about your lamb.
Okay.
Those are so big.
Yeah, big. My favorite part?
Yeah.
Okay. My favorite part was overall it was building my bond, but being here, just being able to like show him in general was amazing, and then just having people come up to me afterwards, like Mr. D had came up to me and was like, he was like, it's a really, really pretty lightweight steer. And he was like, I had to tell you. And I was like, because it really made my day, because I was just like, I really, really tried. And with my lamb, it was just around the same thing, just people telling me I did pretty good for what I had. Like, I mean, because every animal comes their own, and you just got to feed out. And it's with the pig too, she had just a minor injury, and they were just telling me feed, and just keep on walking her. And I was like, okay. Yeah. It was just being like the constant that I did that. Like I was able to really do that. And no matter if they placed or not, like I went to the barn twice a day and I was feeding and I worked them and everything went right for me, even if they didn't place.
Yeah. What did you place with your pig, by the way?
My pig, she didn't make it to auction, nor my lamb, but she placed her 9th in class. The judge didn't really like her, the way she walked.
But with your steer, you made reserve champion.
Yeah,
that's super
my steer
good.
reserve champion.
That's super good. I'm super proud of you. So thank you for being here with us today. Congrats
so
again.
Thank you. Thank you guys. Bye, Alyssa. Bye-bye.
They're doing the lamb showmanship, which is basically just for the judge to see how well these exhibitors have worked with their animals and how well they listen to them. And also that eye contact.
Well, what a pleasure to conclude with the showmanship. The ultimate pleasure is for me being here and giving my opinion today over the livestock. And so I want to, like I said, I want to thank those the ag teachers, whoever got me here. I surely appreciate it and have the opportunity to judge when I can, when it's in my schedule. And so everything worked out. It's awesome to come to these good FFA shows. I'm a product of an FFA also, that we wore our ag jackets. We showed in our ag jackets, and we were proud about it, and we were proud about being part of the FFA. So always remember that. I thank the people that surround you, that help you also, because that's what we're here for. Like I said, these are just animals. They come and go, but what people do is help you and progress and make you better people in this world. So y'all remember that. You got to evaluate. You got to show an animal, take care of that animal, and so hey, that's your product right there of what you did. So always be proud of that. Like I said, animals come and go in our lives. And I got one little story for you. You never know about livestock, and we show a lot of livestock at our house, and we have a lot of livestock on feed. And I come out and feed this morning before I head into Houston and go by the school, but I go and feed, and I can't find one of our roping horses. He's gone, and I said something ain't right, and so go down to the pasture, and he's laid down. And so it's not a good sign. And so we never know what livestock's going to happen. And I called my boy from college and said, hey, you got to come home and take care of him. I can't take care of him. I got things to do today. And it's a tragedy. But he said, you know what, Dad? That horse taught me how one thing in life, and a good lesson in life, is that he taught me to care for him. He taught me to ride him. I learned how to ride. I learned how to rope off of him. I won a buckle on him, Dad. And I said, that horse meant a lot to my family. And so kind of part of our family. And so that's what livestock gives us. It gives us a great treasures, and then we got to take care of business if that's what God intends it for. So hey, they just come and go through our lives. It's just part of our lives. But that's just a short story I wanted to share to the audience, because that's awesome that what livestock does for us. But thank y'all again, once again. I surely appreciate always having the opportunity to come back. Let's give these kiddos a round of applause in the showmanship. Young lady right here does a really good job. That lamb just wants to get a little bit more lazy-headed, but she works on this. Young lady right here, she does such a good job on her core body and how she positions and how she balances that lamb out. Young man, you do an awesome job. You just got to watch those back feet. Get that one posted. Get that one right there. But he does such a good job on getting that one driven. Young man, he does a really good job. He's got a little bit more shorter sheep right there, but he hunkers down, and he can be a little bit more upright into a stance. But boy, he has such a good eye contact. That's why you were deserving to be out here into the top 4. So hey, congratulations for making it also super good. And we talk about showmanship, and we talk about blending and balancing with our animals. There was one of them out here that did a really good job and learning the corners of the show ring and watching the judge also. Young lady's going to be a champion. Congratulations. Once again, we talked about sponsorship out here, and that's awesome that you have people get to sponsor your buckles. Without sponsorship, sometimes the awards couldn't happen. Also, our shows couldn't happen. So I always thank those people at the sale also, because, they do that for the charity of their heart. That's what I always tell kiddos. Once again, thank you again. Thank you again for having me. God bless you, and safe travels home. This young man's going to be second. Congratulations.
Just concluded our lamb showmanship for the day. Well, actually, for the year. Till next year.
Till next year.
Yeah. How do you feel?
I thought we were gonna peace out or something. I don't know.
We have a cool outro.
Yeah.
So what should be our outro?
Definitely not this.
Oh no, we're not doing this. No, we're not doing that. Oh, I thought he was talking to...
Yeah, I thought so.
So... Okay.